we've had a couple people inquire about like forward bite. They don't understand what, why Mustangs don't hook up, why they spin their tires. And it all has to do with something called anti-squat. Okay, what is anti-squat? Okay, when a car accelerates, the weight shifts to the back and the back of the car goes down. That would be considered squat. And what anti-squat does, it controls how much the car drops before it on the springs, before it starts putting weight on the rear tires. And weight on the rear tires is what gives you grip. And the amount of anti-squat controls the percentage of which the car will drop before it starts putting weight on the rear tires. Now, this is kind of like a really basic drawing. In the academy, we spend 2 weeks just talking about suspension geometry and get into this pretty heavily. But in a nutshell, okay, we've got, I don't know if you can see this, we got a back tire, we got a front tire. This is the ground, okay, and this goes from the bottom of the rear tire to the center of gravity in the car. This is, not to scale, let's put it that way. And that's 100% anti-squat. And above that would be more than 100% anti-squat. Below that would be less. And I don't know if you've ever seen like some drag cars. I'm not big on drag racing, but I know you see some of the classes of drag cars, when they let the clutch out and go, the whole back of the car pops up in the air. Well, that means they've got more than 100% anti-squat. So they're trying to put all that weight on the rear tires super fast, which is why they pop up. Well, we don't want to do that. I mean, we want to have a good compromise of squat. And actually, anti-squat comes from something called the instant center. Now, I just kind of drew this. These are like, if you take the lower control arms and you draw them out. Now, with a Mustang, if you lower a Mustang and you would take the control arms and draw them out to the point they meet, they're actually below ground. And that's like as long ways from 100% anti-squat, which is why back of the Mustang will light the tires up so easily. So what we do in my AGS 4.0, my advanced geometry suspension system, 4th gen, that's for S197 Mustangs, we've got the rear grip kit. And all the pieces of the rear grip are engineered to work with every other piece of the rear grip kit. So we completely alter the entire rear suspension geometry. Now, I won't get into all of that today, because I just talked about anti-squat. But that's why my suspension has 3 components: a rear grip kit, front grip kit, and springs and shocks. And the reason I do that, because it's a system, it's an engineered system. All the components are engineered collectively to work as a unit to improve handling. And in this case, we're just going to talk about squat or forward bite. So if you, what you really want to do is you don't want your instant center. And that's the point of conversion of those 2 control arms. You don't want it below ground. You want it somewhere up in this range. So it's a matter of changing the angle of the lower control arms to come up and down. I'm not going to tell you exactly where my instant center is, because it's something that we worked at for years and years. Like I say, this is the 4th generation. But the way I affect the instant center and the anti-squat are two simple pieces in AGS 4.0. Axle brackets, which actually lowers the rear pickup point of the lower control arm. And this is my axle bracket. I know you've seen axle brackets out there that are big and clunky. They got a big bar that comes up the back. They got a gazillion holes. With mine, it's like 1 hole. I've done all the research. I've done all the engineering and development, and I set the instant center to where it's going to work best. So there's only 1 hole. So there's nothing to mess with. You just put it up. And something interesting about axle brackets is you see them everywhere now. We were the first people to bring axle brackets to the market. I'm thinking somewhere around 1990, 89, 90, 91, somewhere in there. And they've been copied by just about everybody. So another first by me that's been copied. And the other part of that is our upper control arm module. And I say module because you can't buy just a control arm. This is a kit. It's a module, because the control arm is longer than factory, and the pickup point has been moved so that I get the instant center I'm looking for, to get the right amount of anti-squat I'm looking for. And the thing about this is you notice that the control arm is actually curved. I think just about every other upper control arm you'll see out there is straight. The reason it's curved is if you got a lowered car and you hit a big bump and you got a straight upper control arm, it's going to crash into the tunnel. So I don't know why other people haven't picked up on that, but we've been doing that ever since we came out with this in 2005, I believe.